Bonjour and welcome back to 4x4 Explore. This is me, and here's my husband Keith. We enjoy traveling around Australia in our Toyota 79 series fitted with a Tommy camper. Join us on our journey, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, this is it. This is the start of the Gibb River Road. In a moment we are just going to cross the river. We are currently deflating the tires and getting ready. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting adventure. Shallow. The Pentecost River was very shallow. We are mid-June, so yeah, a lot of big caravan on the Gibb River Road. So I would say that this road is reasonably accessible to any four-wheel drive type of cars. No worries at all. So anyway, the first part of the Gibb River Road coming from the east hasn't got that many things to see. A couple of homesteads, that's it. So we are going to just shoot to Drysdale Station and we'll make our way to Mitchell Fall. It's going to be great, Aggie.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Woohoo! We can't wait! Alright, let's do it!
Borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give.
All right, well, another day in paradise. So we were staying on the Durack River last night. It's a free camp. We've packed the car and ready to go. So first stop is Elambray Station, where we're going to have the famous scones. So this is going to put Elambray Station to the test because Keith is the professional scone tester. So we'll see. And then we will try to find a free camp before we make our way to the Mitchell Fall, which is going to be, I suspect, one of the highlights of our trip. So looking forward to that. All right, let's go now. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day today and not tomorrow. There's
So what did you think of the scone, Keith?
It was all right. More like a Scottish scone.
Well, that's where scones originate from, right?
Yeah. So like the grands were harder
Yes,
and sweeter,
yes.
smaller.
With clotted cream.
Proper
They-
cream.
yeah, they didn't have proper cream here, but it was still very delicious, so we really enjoyed that. We not staying for camping there, but I was amazingly surprised about their pricing. It looks like, what did I say, $18.50 for camping, $18.50 per night per adult. I was expecting that they would put up much higher than that because they do have exclusivity around here. The next station is more than 100 kilometers away, so yeah, no, that's really good, and they are very nice people as well. So if you drive by, make sure that you just stop at least for a scone, like we did. So next, we'll just keep driving towards the Mitchell Fall and go and find somewhere to camp for tonight. What do you think, Keith?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Excellent. All right. See you then.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many. When the
Made it to the Gibbs River free camp. I must admit, it is a pretty awesome free camp. What do you think, Keith?
It's nice. Very nice.
No, it's really good, but Gibbs River is very low in level. So I think tomorrow the water crossing is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So the Gibbs River free camp is probably 3 kilometers from the T junction, going towards the Mitchell Fall or the Drysdale station. So tomorrow we'll have to drive 50k to the Drysdale station. We'll refuel there and then we'll keep going, and we will stop at the King's Edward campsite before we can finish our trip to the Mitchell Falls. So in terms of the road so far, Keith, what do you think? The roads, the Gibbs River Road, I was expecting much worse.
Yeah, faster than I thought it was going to be. Been doing sort of 60, 70 most of the time, up to 80 sometimes.
Yep. A lot of tarmac on the road as well.
Just on the hills.
Yeah, on the hills. I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah, it looks like they're planning to tarmac the whole Gibbs River, from what I've heard. I haven't confirmed it, but that's a gossip for you. So yeah, it'll make it much more accessible to people, which is a good thing and a bad thing.
Bad thing.
Bad thing?
Too many people.
Too many people. So interesting fact. I had a look this morning when we was at the station. What was it called? I can't even remember where we've been already. Ellenbray station, who's have got a good reputation for scones, and they were saying that last year they sold 22,000 scones. So if 2 people per car eat scones, that's about 10,000 cars who've been to Ellenbray station, not counting the one who just passed through. So that gives you an idea of the traffic during the 6 months where you can take on the Gibbs River Road. Interesting fact, eh? Right then, chill out now. We've made it to King Edward's campground. Well, the road was much easier than anticipated. We was averaging between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour, and we were thinking that it would be much more corrugated. The river crossing were easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yeah, happy days, and they were also grading the road, so it's going to be even easier coming back out. So we are happy with that. The campground here is absolutely marvelous. They really use a vast area to set up the campground, and they've really made, camping area very secluded, very far away from each other. So you really have this good feeling of doing some bush camping, so that's great. The amenities are spotless. I've never seen that in a national park. So well done there. It's really, really good. So yeah, we'll stay here tonight. We thought we was thinking the road would be so bad that we would need a stopover before getting to Mitchell Fall. We could have kept going, but it's good to have a rest as well. Going for a quick walk around the King's Edward River. I hope there's no crocs. Alright, so it looks like this is where the walk is taking us. Wow, very clear water. How cool is that? You can see here the two eyes and the nose. Does that remind you of somebody? So before we get to Mitchell Fall, we'll stop at an Aboriginal art site to have a look. I think from what I've read, it's again a different type of Aboriginal art that we've seen in Kakadu and in the Carnarvon Gorge. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Keith, what do you think?
Interesting.
Interesting. How was your trip so far, my little darling? And are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, dear.
Fantastic, you are overjoyed again. That's good to see. Right, let's go and check that out. These are again very different type of drawing that we've seen. Even when you look Kakadu was much more about fishes and animals, but here
So
it looks
that was a gathering space.
yeah. So this is
a funeral space.
this is a cemetery. So do you think it's probably the representation of the
Spirit.
dying and then the spirits there in black, maybe? I don't know. It is a privilege, I suppose, to be able to come and see and visit all those Aboriginal art sites and knowing a little bit more about the Aborigines culture. So this is a cemetery, I would say, and the tradition, and that's the same tradition as what they have in Kakadu, because the guide in Kakadu explained to us the same, is that when someone dies, they get wrapped up and put somewhere where the animals, the scavengers animal, can't get to, and let the flesh rot, and once the flesh is all taken away, then the family come and collect the bones and then take the bones back to their place of birth, so where their spirit can go back to their dream place. Very interesting. All right, let's move on and go to the Mitchell Falls now.
All careful inside of it.
Yeah.
Back to strand overtake me.
So the road going to Mitchell Fall is not as nice as what we saw yesterday, and there is this really weird optical effect on the road when the sun is behind us. With the corrugation, it looks like the road is very pixely, very bad resolution pixels. It's pretty cool effect, isn't it? Not very good on the car. Not very good on the car, no. Yeah, it is weird. There's a lot of shaking happening here. We'll have to check all the bolts and nuts when we get to camp. So that was a close one. The gas bottle just opened up, and Keith was just deflating the tires with a cigarette in his mouth. Oh. Yeah, it just opened up. We had shoes rattling on top of it with the corrugation. So it could have been a mega disaster. All right, we'll pack it up now. We've put the fan, the big fan on. So don't know if you can hear, but it's been blowing air through the tummy. So we should be right. So we are at the Mitchell Fall campground, and probably tomorrow we'll attempt the Mitchell Fall walk, which is 8.5 kilometers, and it's a class 5. So it's going to be a tough walk. So today we are resting. The drive yesterday from the King's Headwood campground was not too bad. I mean, quite severe corrugation in parts, but I think mainly, Keith, what do you think? It wasn't too bad, was it?
No, it's just it was because it was so narrow. You couldn't get any speed up to get over the corrugation.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it was too narrow, and the
Couldn't see.
oncoming traffic was coming up,
Yeah.
a bit fast.
Couldn't see that far, but we had a really significant near miss during that. That shows you how bad the corrugation can shake the cars out. We had our gas bottle for the shower. We store it in the canopy, and unfortunately, my mistake, I didn't turn the gas bottle in the right position, and there was quite a heavy shoe sitting on top of it, and with the corrugation, the shoe must have turned the knob, and when we opened the canopy there was quite a strong gas smell, and looking I could smell it. Looking at the bottle was completely frozen with all the gas that it basically rushed out. So that was a near miss, because usually when Keith opened the canopy, he's got a cigarette in his gob. So that was very lucky that he didn't have one this time. Otherwise, it would have been, I think it would have been a complete disaster. It would have been like the Hiroshima bomb going off, I think. So it could have really ended our trip there. And then, so
Didn't, no, did it?
it didn't. We've got 9 lives. We are like cats, I think. That was bad. That was bad. So yeah, near miss and big lessons learned there. So that's something else that we need to check before we leave camp, especially when we go on highly corrugated road. The campsite at Mitchell Fall is quite nice, actually. It's quite a lot of room. We were not expecting it to be as big as that, so we was a bit concerned to be on top of each other, but there's ample room, as you can see there. And yeah, we've got a nice camp spot. The orientation with the sun is perfect and gives us plenty of room, and we are just looking on to the wilderness, which is great. Wilderness.
Wilder.
Well, you say wild, right? So
Yeah,
wilderness.
No, I know, but you don't. You say wilderness.
Well, just have to start speaking Christine's language. Very good. So we're going to just rest today. Maybe I might just go for a very quick little walk just to stretch my legs a little bit to get ready for tomorrow, for the big walk tomorrow. We did have a look at the helicopter flight, because you can, if you want, walk there and then they come and pick you up by helicopter. But we decided that we are, as you know, we are tight ass at $190 for a 6 minutes flight per person. We felt that, yeah, maybe another time.
Well, I'd work for $50 an hour.
Yeah, it's $50 an hour, right? So yeah, might as well earn that walking. So we'll just take our time and start early in the walk, try to be on the walk before sunrise and make the most of the cool weather and just take it easy. So we'll see you on the walk tomorrow. Catch you later. We are
Here.
here. We are on our way to Mitchell Fall. We woke up super early before dark and the moon is still out. The sun is not yet out, it's starting to rise there. Also, hopefully we will see the Mitchell Fall at sunrise. It's going to be grand.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
We're getting close. Can you hear the waterfall? Getting very, very close now. Oh, I can start seeing it. Ooh, ooh, it's going to be beautiful. Now this is spectacular, absolutely spectacular, really worth the walk. It took us 1 hour and 50 minutes to come here. They said 2 hours and 30, so we don't walk very fast. So I think they are exaggerating it a little bit for you to take the flight. It was great, it was a great walk. Chin chin.
But they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a
The track is really well marked. Even me, I'm not getting lost. They've got signposts on a regular basis. And when the track is not obvious, they try to make it more obvious by putting rocks. So it's a really nice walk. Few parts are a bit difficult, the water crossing, a little bit of rock climbing, but I can do it, so you should be able to. I tell you what spoils the walk. It's those bloody helicopters. It's absolutely non-stop. Can you hear them? Absolutely non-stop. So to go to the fall, it was very quiet, but coming back, man, it's ruining it. Absolutely ruining it. They started at 6 a.m. and the helicopter pad is right next to the campsite. So, you know, I think it's a bit out of order, right? Oh, I'm not happy. But do you see what I mean? He hasn't stopped all the way I was talking. Well, that's it. We are back from the Mitchell Fall. It was quite good, wasn't it, Keith? Yes. We had quite a lot of fun there.
Yeah.
Yeah. A long walk, though. We ended up doing 10.5 kilometers. So it's a little bit longer than their 8.5 kilometers they advertised. But it was a fairly easy walk. It was fairly easy. So yeah, we're back on the Gibbs River, and this is the end of the episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. Safe travel, and for us it's time pour l'apéro. Catch you later.